consecutive 24 wins, no losses. He has 14 knockouts, weighing 136 from Bayamon, Puerto Rico, Hector Macho Camacho. 10 rounds. Referee Larry Hazard.
Camacho coming in at 136 and Burke at 135 3/4. The lightweight limit of 135. Of course, he allowed for an extra pound in this contract. A 10-round lightweight bout. Camacho 22 years of age. Louis Burke is 23. Unbeaten Hector Camacho, who has not been in the ring for the past 8 months. Louis Burke, 23 years of age. As you can see, they are identical heights, but the physical difference you will see goes to Hector Camacho, who has just seemed to blossom into a 135-pound body and is very comfortable at the weight. Round number 1, scheduled for 10. Hector Camacho in the leopard skin and Louis Burke in an electric blue. And a left and a right by Camacho to start things off.
Tim, Hector looks like a welterweight in there. He has matured.
Solid left hand. Has Burke in a little trouble already. 2 good combinations by Camacho early. The referee, Larry Hazard. Scoring by 3 judges at ringside on the round system under the rules of the New Jersey Boxing Commission.
Angelo Dundee says the way to fight a southpaw is to get off first and attack. That may be a little dangerous with the way Hector's punching these days.
Both boxers with new trainers. Jimmy Montoya working with Hector Camacho. Angelo Dundee has been with Louis Burke for the last 5 or 6 weeks now. Also his co-manager with his mother, Elba. Big left by Camacho missed. Burke pulling away in time. Counter-punching combination by Camacho scored, but Burke stays right there and bangs back to the body.
Well, that's what we saw Hector do in the gym. He'll throw 3 or 4 good punches and then stop and wait for the receipt. Louis Burke is coming in wide open, Tim. He keeps reaching. He's going to get nailed with that straight left hand of Camacho's. A little too eager to please.
Solid right scored by Camacho. Under a minute to go in round number 1.
This is the kind of a round where Angelo Dundee saying to himself, please let the bell ring, let me get this kid back to the corner so I can settle him down. I know the feeling.
Now Burke with some pressure. Camacho resting on the ropes and Burke scoring to the body.
Doesn't seem like Louis has the punching power to hurt Camacho though, Tim.
Camacho with a flurry here under the 30-second mark to go, round 1. Well, the 8-month layoff doesn't seem to have affected Camacho's ability. Stamina, of course, we'll find out as the fight goes on, scheduled for 10. Good right hand by Camacho. Final second. Live from the Trump Plaza in Atlantic City, New Jersey, Hector Camacho and Louis Burke. And a big left sends Burke down to the canvas. A solid left up the pipe by Hector Camacho. Opening seconds of round 2. Burke telling Larry Hazard he's all right, but he was really clocked.
Tim, we said that he's going to walk into that left hand, and he did. Walking into Camacho's like walking into a machine gun nest. You got to move.
Camacho has Burke in trouble. Burke finally grabs on.
Burke has to move to his left. He's got to get his foot outside of Hector's. Instead, he's walking right in again, Tim.
Louis Burke has lost only once in 20 fights. A close decision loss to Charlie White Lightning Brown. Unbeaten Hector Camacho.
Tim, he can't hurt Camacho. He can't move him with his punches. That's the big problem.
Both these fighters came up from the 130-pound ranks, but the weight looks much more comfortable on Hector Camacho. A little blood on the bridge of the nose of Louis Burke.
Tim, it's a question of Burke came up to make 135 pounds, where Hector was walking around about 145 pounds. He came down to make the weight. Hector's a much bigger man than Louis Burke.
Burke rallying here after the knockdown in the opening seconds of round 2.
Can't hurt Hector though, Tim. Not at all.
Burke scoring points to the body. Camacho looking very relaxed and confident.
Camacho's looking to nail him with that straight left hand again, Tim.
Almost as much as Camacho wants a lightweight title as he wants his image polished. Wants to win friends, influence people. Feels that the media has not been real kind to him, documenting his background, his problems in the past with his management.
Burke is still walking it, Tim. You think he'd stop and take a breath. Feint, step away.
Under a minute to go in round number 2.
Hector just sneaked a look at his corner. I don't think he needs any instruction right now.
Jim Montoya's new trainer, under 30 seconds in round 2. Moving out to California, going to buy a house out. Very comfortable with new surroundings and new personnel. Solid right to the body by Camacho, but Burke digs back.
Burke is some game kid, Tim. He's taking some punishment.
Final seconds of round number 2. Another big combination. That hurt Burke. Gloves program in that state years ago. This is round number 3. Hector Camacho has been in command, scoring a knockdown in the early moments of round number 2. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy live from the Trump Plaza in Atlantic City. Again, Camacho with curious combinations, and the hand speed that boxing fans remember is still there, even though he's a bigger man, 6 pounds heavier. Should be recalled, however, 7 of his last 9 bouts before his brief sabbatical from boxing were in the lightweight division. Now Burke banging to the body and backing up Hector Camacho.
Tim, they're arm punches. They really have no power in them at all.
Nonetheless, as Camacho going backwards, waiting out a counter.
Dundee also told me that he has to get Camacho into the latter rounds. He said he feels that he'll tire. And Burke is putting pressure on him, making him work.
8 months out of the ring. Hector Camacho scores a short right hand. Burke stays right there with him. Burke's last outing, a 7th round knockout of Reggie Watson in September. Charlie White Lightning Brown. And Burke keeps some pressure on Camacho.
I have to compliment Larry Hazzard. You know, Hector always had that trick of pulling your neck down with his right hand. Hazzard's warned him 2 or 3 times. He's right on the case. Angelo Dundee told me he was going to speak to the referee before the fight. Apparently he did. And Hector is starting to breathe a little heavy, Tim.
Yes, he is. That was the question mark about the layoff. Under a minute to go, round 3. Burke can see that his mouth is open. Camacho's, and Burke still coming forward, keeping the pressure on. Working to the body. Now up to the head with a combination that lands. Not damaging blows, but scoring points. And apparently starting to tire Camacho some.
Burke has to be careful of him because Hector has that snap in those punches. If he walks in, he's going to get nailed. He has to feint first.
Under 30 seconds to go. Round number 3 scheduled for 10.
A lot of head work in there. Jimmy Montoya yelling, watch your head, and rightly so.
Montoya, the new trainer of Hector Camacho.
Louis Burke's left eye is just about closed, Tim. That's going to be a handicap if Angelo doesn't open that eye up.
Final seconds, round 3. City, Hector Camacho. The leopard skin trunks, Louis Burke from Las Cruces, New Mexico in blue.
Angelo Dundee between rounds number 1. He told Louis Burke, don't blow your nose. Now the reason you tell a fighter that, Tim, is if their eye starts to close and they blow their nose, it'll close tight. So you always tell a fighter, don't blow your nose. And number 2, he told him, stop reaching. He said, that's the only thing you're doing wrong.
Burke, you can see the swelling under his left eye becoming a problem for him. And that piston-like jab of Hector Camacho's will find that target. Burke keeps coming forward. Round 4 scheduled for 10.
Angelo doesn't want him to reach. So far he's been being able to control himself, not stepping in wide open the way he was earlier. Moving his head, feinting. That's the shot that Hector wants to land. That straight left hand that he just missed.
Burke trying to get close to work inside, but Camacho with his good footwork moving away.
Tim, you know, as you had mentioned earlier, Burke's punches are not very sharp, not very hard, but they are scoring points. I gave him the last round.
So did I.
Just on the work ethic.
This is round number 4.
There's that straight left hand that Hector's been trying to set up. Good job in there, Tim. Every time Hector puts that right hand behind Louis' neck, he gets it right off there. And that's one of Hector's staples, I guess you'd call it, in the ring. One of the things he really likes to do.
Good combination scored by Camacho in the last exchange. Under a minute to go, round 4. The judges are Larry Wallace, Phil Newman.
Beautiful combination. Beautiful combination by Camacho. 2 sharp punches.
Those judges will score on the round system here in the state of New Jersey. Camacho trying to get a clean shot. And Hazard must have thought he heard a bell. He stepped in between the 2 boxers. We still have 30 seconds left.
Camacho's really trying to get him out of there now, Tim. And look at Burke. Burke is inviting him to punch.
In the middle of the ring, toe-to-toe, Louis Burke fires back.
Tim, but that left eye is now closed tight.
Final seconds of round number 4. Burke with his left eye nearly closed has been warned by the referee Larry Hazard and Dr. Frank Doggett. They'll be watching the eye closely, and if it gets worse, they'll have to stop it.
Jim, what they said, Larry Hazard, I'm going to give him this round. He said, but if it gets worse, I'll have to stop it. And Angelo Dundee told Burke, he said, let it all hang out. You're going to have to get him out of there this round. That eye is really bad.
Louis Burke, 1 loss on this record. Camacho with another tough time. Look at this, Burke fire back.
Oh, kid.
What a game guy. He's lost only once in 20 fights, and he just landed a good solid right down the middle. His best punch of the fight. But he, as Gil pointed out, hasn't been able to hurt Camacho.
Hector Camacho is now bleeding from the nose, Tim.
That punch landed right on the beak of Hector Camacho. Burke firing away. His mother Elda here, co-manager of this young man, watching a game display by Louis Burke. Full blood from that cut on the bridge of the nose at Burke. He's still very willing, as you can see.
Very willing. Tim's winning this round.
Camacho up to the ropes. A little blood from the nose of Camacho. Good solid right. Now he landed a right hand.
Well, Louis Burke can't see those right hooks coming, Tim. That eye's closed.
Camacho loading up. Landed underneath with that right hand. Another solid short right by Camacho. Burke won't back up.
Burke is now reaching, Tim. He can get nailed at any time again. A little too eager.
A minute to go in the 5th round, scheduled for 10.
uses his hands all, his mind is quick. He really knows what he's doing in that ring, Hector.
Under 20 seconds to go in the 5th round with Camacho in control, but Burke gallantly hanging in there, bobbing and weaving and taking those shots when they land.
Tim, he's the kind of a guy to be throwing a punch while he's falling. What a game, kid.
Final seconds, round 5. Standing 8 count. Standing 8 count is being given to Burke. That is a new New Jersey rule implemented a couple of weeks back. Reed in the Burke corner that he could go no further. The eye totally closed. And Hector Camacho with, if you want to call it, a comeback fight 8 months after his last appearance, scores a 5th round TKO of Louis Burke, the gamester from Las Cruces, New Mexico, who was just overpowered by Hector Camacho here today. Camacho is joined by his mother Maria in the ring, and under his new trainer Jimmy Montoya has kept his unbeaten record and moved it up to 25-0 with 15 knockouts, and seems firmly headed toward a shot at the lightweight championship at 135 pounds. The former 130-pound champion of the WBC really was impressive here with a 5th round knockout. We'll see the 5th round action with Camacho really taking control back against the game Louis Burke, Gil, and really the referee and the doctor had no choice but to stop things at the end of this round.
Absolutely right, Tim. Louis Burke couldn't see those right hooks coming, and Hector Camacho was throwing punches and bunches. He may not have been flashy in the gym, but he sure was flashy in the ring today. The way he was throwing those punches and that straight left hand down the middle. Just devastating.
All right, there's the winner, Hector Camacho, and we'll be back here in a moment to talk to him. Right now, let's take you to Pat O'Brien at our studios in New York.
After that